The weather is getting a little warmer as we welcome you to beautiful Miami, Florida for the Sunday leadoff game as baseball kicks off here in the home of the Marlins as they will play host to an NL East rival in the Washington Nationals. Few game storylines, Washington looking to sweep the Marlins here on the road behind excellent performances on Friday and Saturday. Two teams in the middle of the National League East looking to find their stride here in the month of May. Uri Perez will get the start today here for the Marlins, wearing their very snazzy alternate uniforms here today. Here against the Washington Nationals, looking to avoid a sweep. 8 games started this season for Perez, a 3-1 record and a 2.41 ERA. Standing in will be Dalen Lyle here for the Nationals, who look for a 3-game series sweep here in Miami. Sunday leadoff, first game of the afternoon. Here on a beautiful Sunday from Miami is underway with a first pitch strike, and we are underway. Swing and a miss quickly, 0-2. Swing and a miss. 3 pitches for Perez to get the strikeout, and we are underway. Let's take a look now at the National starting lineup. You just saw Lyle. James Wood, followed by C.J. Abrams, will round up the top 3. Luis Garcia, Dylan Cruz, and Keibert Ruiz in the middle. Brady House, Robert Hassel III, and Andres Chaparro in the bottom third for the Nationals, who are currently sitting at 17-23 on the season. They're 11 games back in the East. Good for 4th place ahead of just the Mets. No balls and a strike, fouled away at the dish, and it's 0-2 quickly. No balls and 2 strikes. Wood takes off the plate. First ball issued by Perez on the afternoon, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. Little jam shot goes foul. Both of these teams still trying to find their stride here in 2026. Just off the plate, and Perez, with not challenging it, has a little bit of a disagreement. Swing and a miss. Got him to go upstairs on the sweeper. Back-to-back strikeouts for Perez to start the inning. And now C.J. Abrams stands in. He takes ball 1. 233 average for Abrams on the season. He's driven in 5 home runs on 20 RBIs on 5 home runs. Just off the end of the bat. A ball and a strike. C.J. Abrams takes a high strike, and it's 1-2. Just underway here from Miami. First game on the schedule here on Sunday. The Sunday leadoff here from Miami. Watch out. That one goes all the way to the backstop. And Perez looking to strike out the side here in the first. Deuces wild to Abrams, who takes outside. Full count. Luis Garcia waits on deck here for Washington. 3-2. Abrams hits it off the fist and fouls it back. Marlins 18-22 on the season, 3rd in the National League East. 10 games back behind the Phillies, who are rolling. The Braves are in 2nd. They're currently 8 games back of the Phillies. Fouled away again by Abrams. Payoff pitch here in the first for Perez, and it's fouled away again by Abrams. 9 pitches will at least solve this at bat. 3-2 one more time. Abrams, the payoff. Lazy fly ball left side. Long run for Stowers, who can't get there. And Abrams will get a chance to swing for a 10th time in this at-bat. Another payoff from Perez. The 10th pitch of the at-bat, grounded to short. Otto Lopez makes the play, and the side is retired. Couple strikeouts in the opening frame for the Marlins. Halfway through one, Nationals nothing. Miami coming to bat. Starting pitcher today for Washington will be Cade Savali, who is making his first start of the season. He's pitched in 25 innings. It's a bullpen performance here for Washington today. And it has been a struggle bus on the season for the Nationals so far. Especially in their pitching. They're dead last in the MLB in ERA at a 4.97 as a staff coming into play today. Xavier Edwards set to lead things off here for Miami. He's swinging a good bat, batting .310 in the leadoff spot here for the Marlins. Outside 2-0. Three and 0 to start the game. Right down the middle, 3 balls and a strike. First strike of the game for Savali. Edwards way ahead, takes outside for ball 4. And the pitching woes show up early here in Miami. A leadoff walk here for Edwards, and now Kyle Stowers to the plate. First pitch, top of the strike zone. 3 homers, 15 RBIs on the season for Stowers. That one finds the zone. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Left side into the glove of House, who makes the catch. Hot corner, wake up. And there's one away as we take a look at the Marlins starting lineup. You just saw Edwards and Stowers. Jacob Marcy will stand in now, followed by Herberto Hernandez, Connor Norby, and Otto Lopez in the middle. Then you got Christopher Morel, Graham Pauley, and Javier Sanoja in the bottom third. Jacob Marcy will stand in, 276 coming into play today. And he takes a first pitch strike. Miami's offense has not been very good this season as they check on the runner over there. The pitching has what has been decent for the Marlins, but they just have not had any run support. Trying to change that here today against Savali. Downstairs 1-1. Washington was able to win the first 2 games of this series, though. They're going for the sweep here today. Marlins have the first base runner. They're on over at first base. 1-1, Marcy on the ground to short. Could be 2. Abrams to Garcia to Chaparro, and the Nationals turn 2 to get out of the opening frame. Good start on defense for Washington. We're through 1 here on the Sunday leadoff. No score. Second inning about to commence. Luis Garcia set to lead things off here for the Nationals. 4, 5, and 6, Garcia, Cruz, and Ruiz here against Yuri Perez. First pitch swing and a foul ball, 0-1. Marlins pitching has been very good this season. They're second in the MLB in ERA at 3.12 behind just the Seattle Mariners. First in the National League. Mike Fillmore calling balls and strikes behind the plate tonight. When you go to the hit columns, they go back into right in the middle of the league at 17th. They've given up 346 hits. Runs, they're 10th in the league, and home runs, they're 4th with just 34 home runs allowed on the season. Here's a shot into center field for Marcy, who goes back a couple steps but has no problem. 1-1.
That is it. The right fielder, number 3, Dylan Cruz.
And now Dylan Cruz will stand in. Cruz takes a strike. Second on the team in batting average at .295 for Dylan Cruz. A Washington team that has struggled this season at the plate. They're on the bottom half of the league in every major category. They're 18th in average at .248, 19th in runs at .153, 17th in hits at .338, and tied for 16th in home runs with just 43 home runs on the season. A ball and 2 strikes. Dylan Cruz hits it foul off to the right. .99 miles an hour that time from Perez on the fastball. Sitting at 27 pitches here with 1 out in the second. Swing and a miss. Cruz goes down swinging. Another strikeout for Perez, his 3rd through the first 2 innings. And there's 2 away here for Keibert Ruiz. Fouled off to the left. 11 runs driven in for the Washington catcher, 5 home runs. 226 batting average coming into play today. 2 out, nobody aboard here for Washington. Pitch number 30 from Perez is in there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Ruiz hits it on the ground to first. And Paulie will make the play to retire the side. 6 up, 6 down to start for Perez. As we head to the bottom half of inning number 2, no score here on the Sunday leadoff. Hey, Roberto Hernandez set to lead things off here for Miami. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here in a scoreless game, National League East rivalry matchup getting things started here on a Sunday afternoon. Beautiful day here in Miami. Not a cloud in sight. Downstairs, ball 1, 1-1. Quickly approaching the summer months. We're just past the first week of May. Foul the way off to the right, and it's 1-2. Hernandez takes off the plate, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Off the plate again. Full count at 3-2. Connor Norby waits on deck here for the Marlins. Off the fists and fouled away. Marlins offense has not been good compared to their hitting. The pitching has not gotten any run support whatsoever, hardly at all this season. Marlins are 19th in the league in average at .248. They're 24th in runs at .139. In the air to right field. Floating over is Cruz to make the catch for out number 1. They're right in the middle of the league at 15th in hits at 340. And they are dead last in home runs, just 26 home runs on the season for Miami. Ball and a strike. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Strike 3 called.
That is good. The shortstop, Otto Lopez.
First pitch fouled back by Otto Lopez, 0-1. 17 runs driven in from Lopez on the season, 3 home runs, batting just over 200. Ball and a strike. Second on the team in runs batted in for Miami, Otto Lopez, with those 17 RBIs. Just mentioned the Marlins haven't had the best offensive season thus far, as Lopez fouls it away. It's been the pitching that has carried them to any of the wins they've gotten. They're sitting at 18-22 on the season, though. 10 games back in the National League East here in the month of May. Off the end of the bat and floating down for a foul ball, 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him to chase it out of the strike zone. And that one will retire the side. Marlins go down 1-2-3 here in the second. We are scoreless, heading to the third. Series recap of this game Friday and Saturday. Washington won 6-5 on Friday, 5-3 here yesterday. And looking for the sweep here in Miami today. We're scoreless into the third inning here between these two NL East rivals. Beautiful day here at Lone Depot Park. Yuri Perez off to a good start. 31 pitches here to start the third. Brady House stands in here for Washington, takes ball one. Right there on the inside corner, 1-1. Perfect paint job, but a challenge upcoming here from House. And he loses it. What a pitch from Perez. And the count remains 1-2. Washington down to just one challenge for the remainder of this game. A ball and 2 strikes, and a swing and a miss by Brady House. Perez with the strikeout, his 4th of the ball game, and there's one away here in the third. Robert Hassel III now stands in. Nobody on, 1 out here in the third inning. Minimal plate appearances for Hassel on the season. 7 runs driven in, a couple home runs to his credit, and a .224 batting average. On the ground right side, and it eats up Paulie and goes into right field. And we'll see how they score this, but Washington gets their first base runner And for now, they're going to call it a base hit. First of the game here for the Nationals. Bad hop as it went through the infield. And Hassel's the first base runner of the game for the Nationals. One out base runner here for Andres Chaparro, who swings and misses at a high pitch. Throw down to second is well late. Stolen base for Hassel, and he's in scoring position here for Washington. Beautiful jump. And not a very good effort back behind the plate by Hernandez. Just missed outside, ball and a strike. Nationals with the first threat of the ball game for either side. Breaking ball, slap, just foul. And it's 1-2. Pitching has been good for the Marlins on the season. They just haven't had any run support, but the Nationals, winning the first two games of this series, have a runner in scoring position here in Game 3. 1-2 pitch. Fouled at the plate. Goes from a 100-mile-an-hour fastball to an 80-mile-an-hour curveball. The 1-2. Another breaking ball fouled away off the end of the bat. Runner in scoring position here for the 9-hole hitter, Chaparro. And a ground ball softly hit to second base, played by Edwards. Throw to first is in time. Runner Hassel moves up to third. And there's two away with the runner 90 feet away as we take a look at the early pitch arsenal for Uri Perez. 47% of the time using the fastball. One hit off of that fastball as well. And now back to the top of the order we go. Dalen Lyle here in an RBI chance. But he needs a base hit to get the game's first run home. First pitch, fly ball, left center. Stowers and Marcy. It'll be Marcy to make the running catch. And crisis averted for Perez. Nationals strand a runner 90 feet away. We are halfway through 3 in a scoreless game. Christopher Morel set to lead things off here for Miami. Bottom half of inning number 3 in a scoreless game. Savali starting the third inning at exactly 30 pitches. As that one misses downstairs, ball 1. Inside, 2-0 start to Christopher Morel, leading things off in the third. Lazy fly ball into center field for Hassel. And that's out number 1.
Batting in, the first baseman, number 21.
And now Graham Pauley, the first baseman. Batting just over 200 on the season, 212 to start. 1 home run and 11 runs driven in. Off the end of the bat. Left center field for Hassel again. Busy start to the third, and there's 2 away. 2 quick outs here for Savali.
The third baseman, number 8.
And now Javier Sanoja. The last chance here in the third inning here for Miami. Stride called outside corner. Right side, Garcia. Very quick 1-2-3 inning for Savali. We are through 3 innings here in Miami. The Sunday leadoff scoreless here from Lone Depot Park.
Leading off with the Nationals.
Start of the 4th inning, James Wood set to lead things off for the Nationals. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. 2-3-4 due up here for Washington. First pitch in there for a strike. We're up to the start we kind of expected. If you look at this, both of these teams on paper, kind of the game we've expected. Miami's pitching is very good. Perez has been very good. Miami's offense, not very good. They haven't had a runner in scoring position yet. And then you could say the same for the Nationals, whose pitching has struggled on the season. So not very good pitching against not very good hitting on one side, and then good pitching against not very good hitting on the other. One away, a strikeout for Perez, his 5th strikeout of the ball game as we take a look at StatCast powered by Google Cloud. The pitch sequence here for Perez, all fastballs. Perez, a fastball pitcher, going up against C.J. Abrams here with 1 out. Fouled off by Abrams, 0-1. Oh for 1 with a ground out in this ball game is C.J. Abrams. Perez deals the 0-1. Abrams with a swing and a miss, 0-2. Strike 3 called. Breaking ball fell in at the knees. Another strikeout for Perez, his 6th of the ball game. And there's 2 away here in the 4th. And now Luis Garcia, the last chance here in the 4th for the Nationals. Breaking ball slapped to the left side, over the head and into left. Lopez couldn't make the play. And there's a 2-out base runner here for Washington, their 2nd hit of the ball game. Take a look at the line for Perez, 3.2 innings pitched, 2 hits now, and 6 strikeouts. Been a good game. Looking to shut down the Nationals right here. Runner on first for Dylan Cruz. High, ball 1. 0 for 1 with a strikeout on the game for Dylan Cruz. 2 for 5 in the series, including a 2-bagger. Off the fist and foul back, 1-1. Just off the bottom part of the zone, 2 balls and a strike. Hitters count now to Cruz, batting .292 on the season. Breaking ball stays high, and it's it's 3-1 now. Guybert Ruiz waits on deck here for Washington. Cruz way ahead, 3 balls and a strike. And he swings away and lofts it into right field. Morel will make the catch, and the side is retired. Washington strands 1, and we are still scoreless halfway through 4 here in Miami. Miami still looking for their first hit of the ball game as we start the bottom of inning number 4. Xavier Edwards in the top of the order due up. And that one finds the outside portion of the strike zone. No balls and a strike. Zavali has been very good. 38 pitches here to start the 4th inning. Swing and a miss, 0-2. We mentioned the Marlins hitting statistics a little bit ago, but they're in the bottom half of the league in every major category. As that one, Edwards went around, another strikeout. And the Boo Birds start to rain down here in Miami, as Kyle Stowers will now stand in. Strike 1. Marlins, .248 batting average as a team coming into play today. That's 19th in the league. 139 runs scored. That's good for 24th. They have 26 home runs on this season, which is dead last in the MLB. And off the glove of Wood, who can't make the catch. Throw into second is not in time. Stowers gets into scoring position on what will be called an error. He just dropped it. And now the Marlins have a runner in scoring position here for Jacob Marcy. Marcy attacks the first pitch and fouls it away, 0-1. He's batting under 100 with runners in scoring position, 0.42. Breaking ball hit down the left side and into the seats, 0-2. In the dirt, but he swung at it. Quick throw to first in time, 2 away. Another strikeout for Savali. And there's 2 away here in the 4th inning. Strikeout number 4 on the ball game. StatCast powered by Google Cloud. Look at this pitch just drop out of sight. 8 inches of pitch break on the knuckle curve. Just over 1,700 rotations per minute. So now 2 away here in the 4th. Last chance here for the Marlins in the 4th inning. Heriberto Hernandez takes outside. He's 0 for 1 with a flyout. He's driven in 18 runs on the season. 2 big flies for him. Marlins still looking for their first hit of the ball game. Inside 2-0. Hernandez batting decent with runners in scoring position, a .341 average, with runners on second and or third. Downstairs 3-0. Hernandez way ahead. Connor Norby waits on deck here for Miami. Pitch number 50 on the ball game for Savali. Strike 1. Right down the heart of the plate to Hernandez. Still way ahead on a 3-1 pitch. Strike 2, and now it's back to full. From 3-0 to 3-2. The payoff pitch. Hernandez hits it to the right side, snared by Chaparro, and he takes it to the bag to retire the side. Washington gets themselves out of the jam thanks to the error, and we are through 4 scoreless innings here in Miami. Last 10 games for Washington, there's a lot of red X's on that list. 7 losses in a row before they finally won on Friday here in Miami. Back-to-back wins now for Washington Friday and Saturday. Yesterday they won 5-3, and they're going for the sweep here today against Yuri Perez and company in a scoreless game in the 5th. First pitch to Kybert Ruiz is in there for a strike as the Marlins bullpen starts to get going. Junk and Gibson warming up out there for the Marlins. Ruiz takes inside, ball 1, 1-1. That one finds the zone, 1-2. 6, 7, 8 due up here for Washington, scoreless in the 5th. 1-2 from Perez, and it's chopped foul. Breaking ball just got a piece of it. Both of these teams still trying to find their stride here in 2026. Nationals come in 17-23, 11 games back of the Phillies in the National League East. Fly ball into center field, back a couple of steps is Marcy, who has no problem. 1 away.
Up next for Washington, the third baseman, Brady.
So 1 out here in the 5th. Here's Brady House, the third baseman, who is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. No balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Another strikeout for Perez. He's got 7 on the ball game here in the 5th. As we take a look at the pitch sequence, 3 pitches, fastball, slider, curveball. So now 2 away here in the inning, and Robert Hassel, the last hope here for the Nationals. Strike 1, top of the strike zone. Hassel, one of 2 hits in the ball game for Washington. 3 for 5 in the series. That's Perez about to throw his 70th pitch of the ball game. Hassel fouls it off, and it's 0-2. And now Perez will look for his 8th strikeout of the ball game. No balls and 2 strikes. Hassel fouls it off. Breaking ball, slapped the other way. That is fair down the line. Robert Hassel, beautiful piece of hitting. He's 2 for 2. And he is into second base with a 2-out double.
Up next for Washington, the first baseman, Chaparro.
Just an inside-out swing that turns to gold, just fair inside the line. And Washington has their 3rd hit of the ball game, and the inning continues here with 2 out. And Andres Chaparro will get a chance to swing. First pitch high, ball 1. 0 for 1 with a ground out. He's had a good series here in Miami, 6 for 9 with a home run, and he's driven in 5 runs for the Nationals. On the ground towards the middle, that's going to sneak through for a base hit. No play at the plate, and Washington strikes first here in the 5th. A couple 2-out hits, a double, followed by an RBI single by Chaparro. And the Nationals strike first here in Miami. Just when you thought Perez was going to cruise through the 5th, the 8 and 9 hole hitters come through. And now Dalen Lyle to the plate, back to the top of the order. Whoa, that one kicks way away to the backstop, and the runner will advance. So a runner on second now here for Washington with 2 out. Lyle swings and misses. 2 balls and a strike. That one right down the pipe. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Runner on second here for Washington. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Deuce is wild and fouled off to the left. Washington strikes first here in the 5th, looking to extend. The 2-2. Down the left side, foul territory. Long run for Stowers, can't get there. And Lyle stays alive, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another Deuces Wild offering. Lyle takes inside, full count. James Wood waiting on deck here for Washington. Payoff pitch, Perez. Missed outside, and a walk from Lyle keeps the inning alive. More action with 2 outs here for Washington. Everything they've done in this inning has come with 2 outs. A double, a single, and now a walk. And that's going to do it for Perez. Miami goes to the bullpen, trailing 1-0. New pitcher into the ball game here for Miami. Jansen Junk will get the call, making his 12th appearance of the season. He's got a 1-1 record. 18 innings pitched with a 4.0 ERA. And his first task here with 2 out and a couple runners aboard will be James Wood, who is 0 for 2 with a couple strikeouts. First and second. Wood hits it in the air to left. Stowers going back. Just in front of the track, has room, and the side is retired. Miami limits the damage to 1, but Andres Chaparro drives home the game's first run. Halfway through 5, and Washington has a 1-0 lead. Nationals starting pitching this season, we mentioned it earlier, but it has not been good. They're in the bottom part of the league in almost every category. They're dead last in ERA at 5.09. 24th in hits per 9. 29th in strikeouts. 29th in walks. Washington's pitching has struggled this season, but they are doing good here today against Miami as Connor Norby stands in and takes a strike. Savali, 4 innings of no-hit baseball. In there for a strike, 0-2. Off the end of the bat, and Savali snares it. 1 away here in the 5th.
The batter, number 6, shortstop Otto.
And now Otto Lopez. Lopez batting an even 200 on the season, fouls that one off, and it's 1-1. Hitters count now to Lopez, 2 balls and a strike. Right side, snared, 2 out. Chaparro with the awareness, and there's 2 away here in the 5th. And now Christopher Morel, the last chance here for Miami in the 5th. Sends this one into center field on the first pitch. Hassel makes the play, and the side is retired. Nationals continue to cruise on defense. 3-4-5 due up in a 1-run ball game. Game recap here in Miami. Sunday leadoff here in beautiful Miami, Florida. It's a 1-0 Nationals lead, but the pitching has been most of the story here today. Perez with a great performance, gave up just the 1 run. Story of the season for Miami, pitching good, just not getting run support. Miami does not have a hit through the first 4 innings of this game. A lot of swings and misses, a couple of good hits for Washington. The RBI single by Chaparro in the top half of the 5th is the lone run on the scoreboard. They're out hitting Miami 4-0 as we start inning number 6 here in Miami. Jansen Juck remains out there after just 1 pitch in the 5th, and Abrams takes a strike. Abrams takes a high strike, and he's going to challenge it. That looked to be high. We'll see. And it was barely by an eyelash. And it's 1-1. Abrams back up the middle and through. Leadoff base hit for C.J. Abrams. 105 miles an hour off the bat. And after winning the ABS Challenge 1 pitch earlier, he sends it right back in the middle of the field for a base knock. And now Luis Garcia. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. 1 for 2 with a base hit for Garcia. 2 hits on the series. Here in the 3rd and final game of this 3-game set. Nationals won the first 2 games. Here in Miami looking for the sweep. Outside ball 1. Inside, hitters count now to Garcia. Runner on first is Abrams. Nobody out here in the sixth. Garcia rips at center field, but right at Marcy, who makes the catch. And there's one away. That one was 107 miles an hour off the bat, right at Marcy. And there's one away. And Dylan Cruz with a chance to swing now here in the sixth. First pitch swing and a foul ball. Seven runs driven in and 3 home runs over the past 10 games for Dylan Cruz. Off the end of the bat, right field for Morrell. He'll get there to make the catch, and there's 2 away here in the sixth.
Up next for the Nationals, the catcher, Keibert Ruiz.
And now Keibert Ruiz will stand in. 2 away, runner aboard here in the sixth. Nationals 1-0 lead here in Miami. First pitch, slide step, and a ground ball foul, 0-1. Take a look at the average splits, lefty versus righty. Batting .271 against right-handers, just .094 against left-handers. .01 inside, ball and a strike. Abrams the runner at first base. 2 away here in the sixth. Off the fists and fouled away 1 and 2. A ball and 2 strikes. Runner takes off. Ruiz fouls it away. And Abrams will have to retreat back to first. Abrams stays put this time, but he'll get to advance anyway. That's the second time we've seen a wild pitch advance a runner to second base for Miami. And now a base hit might give the Nationals a 2-0 lead. Deuce is wild. Strike 3 call. Jansen Junk strands the runner at second base, does his job. Marlins looking to get the bats going.
Leading off for the Marlins,
Graham Pauley set to lead things off here for Miami. 8-9-1 due up here against Cavalli. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Bullpen starting to get active here for the Nationals. Granillo and McGarry warming up out there. Cavalli at 61 pitches here in the sixth. Right down the middle and a big hack. 0-2. .02 pitch to Pauley. Popped him up on the infield. And House will make the play, 1 away.
up next for the Marlins, the third baseman, number 8, Javier.
And now Javier Sanoja will stand in. Take a look at his splits. Batting over 300 against right-handed pitching. Decent against lefties as well at .260. He's batting .288 overall. 9-hole hitter here for Miami. 1 out, bottom 6. Downstairs, ball 1. Right side, fouled away, ball and a strike. Breaking ball missed. Hitters count at 2-1. Ground ball to short. Abrams makes the play, 2 out. Sanoja, ground out victim. C.J. Abrams makes the play. And back to the top of the order we go, and Xavier Edwards, who is 0 for 1 with a walk. First pitch fouled off, 0-1. Still a 1-0 Washington lead here, bottom inning number 6. Edwards slaps it to the left. And right at Wood, who makes the catch. Cavalli 6 no-hit innings here in Miami. Take a look at the news around the MLB. Aaron Judge has a 20-game hitting streak as he extended that yesterday. The Pirates taking over the National League Central. Rotation on a roll, .36 ERA over the past 5 games. Phillies won in walk-off fashion against the Colorado Rockies yesterday as well. 7-8-9 due up here for Washington. Junk remains out there for the Marlins. 1-0 ball game heading to the final third of this one. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Outside. Hitters count at 2-1 to Brady House. Inside out swing, ground ball to the right side and Pauly. And there's one away here in the 7th.
Up next for Washington, the center fielder, number 6, Robert Hassel.
Pitching has taken over this game. Just 1 run on the board for Washington. Robert Hassel, 2 for 2. Double and a single. He scored the only run and stole a base as well. 1 out, nobody aboard. Hassel takes a strike. On the ground, foul ball. 0-2 now, the count to Hassel. Got him to swing at it. It goes all the way to the backstop. Hernandez gets there in time. Got a good ricochet off the back wall and a strikeout for Junk as this one just went way in. He got him to swing at it and it went all the way back. And now the last chance for the Nationals in the 7th is Andres Chaparro, who takes downstairs ball 1. RBI single back in the 5th, responsible for the lone run on the scoreboard. 7 for 10 in the series as well. He's been swinging a good bat here in Miami. Strike 1, 1-1. Ripped but foul, 1-2 the count. Hit the other way, slicing into the seats. Andres Chaparro waits the 1-2. Stays high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deuces wild from Jansen Junk. Chaparro hits it in the air to right, and Morel gets there to make the catch. Time to stretch in Miami. 2-3-4 due up for the Marlins, still looking for their first hit. Start of the 7th inning, Kyle Stowers set to lead things off here for Miami against Cavalli, who is cruising through this Marlins order. Downstairs for ball 1. 6 innings of no-hit baseball for Cavalli. In there for his strike 1-1. Two balls and a strike. On the ground and through, base hit. There goes the no-no. Perhaps a little bit of an announcer jinx. And what a performance by Cade Cavalli, but the no-hitter is down. Kyle Stowers with the base hit. And now all you got to do is focus on the win now. Here's Marcy who takes the strike. Oh for 2 in the ball game is Marcy, a strikeout and a ground out. 1 for 9 in the series. Off the fist, popped up left side. House will give it a look, and he has room for the first out. And the throw to second to hold the runner there.
Up next for the Marlins, the catcher, number 13,
And that's going to do it. Cavalli pulled here in the 7th. What a performance. To the bullpen, the Nationals go in a 1-run ball game. New pitcher into the game for the Nationals, Andre Granillo. 17 games under his belt this season so far. He's pitched 22 innings. He has an ERA that's a little high at 4.91. And his job will be to take over the excellent pitching performance by the Nationals and Cavalli so far. Granillo now, his first task will be Heriberto Hernandez, who is 0 for 2. Potential game-tying run on over at first base. Hernandez takes a strike. No balls and 2 strikes now. The Marlins are dead last in home runs, going up against the pitching staff of the Nationals that's dead last for giving up the most home runs on the season. Strikeout there for Granillo. Hernandez goes down swinging, foul tip into the glove, and there's 2 away. So the Nationals pitching staff has given up the most home runs on the season, and Miami has hit the fewest. Norby takes in the dirt, kicks away for a moment. Ruiz throw to second is late. And now the tying run in scoring position for the Miami Marlins, as Ruiz knocks it down but bounced a little too far. And now a base hit could even this game. A ball and no strikes to Connor Norby. Takes off the plate 2-0. Batting just over 200 with runners in scoring position on the season. The 2-0. Norby hits it off the end of the bat. 2 balls and a strike. Hitters count the 2-1. Norby grounds it to third. And the throw to first is in time. House makes the play. And the crisis is averted. Miami gets their first hit. No harm, no foul for Washington. Here's Dalen Lyle in the top of the Washington order here in the 8th inning. Still a 1-0 National lead. Pitchers duel here in Miami. Jansen Junk remains out there. 3rd inning of work, and a swing and a miss by Lyle. Inside corner, 0-2, and challenge coming here from Dalen Lyle. And it hit the zone. Nationals now out of challenges in the game. No balls and 2 strikes. Lyle way out inside. That's the 4th time we've seen that happen, I believe. Just missing way inside, and it goes all the way to the backstop. A ball and 2 strikes. Lyle chases. 1 away. James Wood now to the plate. One out, nobody aboard. Wood yanks it to the right side. Good backhand at first by Pauly. And Junk gets to the bag for out number 2. So 2 quick outs here in the 8th inning. Here's C.J. Abrams, who is 1 for 3. Singled earlier in the ball game. Breaking ball misses, ball 1. Yanked down the right field line and down for a foul ball. Turned on that one, way inside. And it's 1-1 to Abrams. That one went to the backstop. Hitters count to Abrams, the 2-1. Inside, and again it goes to the backstop. 3 balls and a strike. Garcia waits on deck. 3-1, Abrams hits it in the air to center. Marcy drips back, and he's got it. And the side is retired. Bottom 8 on the way in a 1-0 national lead here on Sunday afternoon. Marlins quickly down to their final 6 outs of this game. They trail 1-0 in what has been a pitcher's duel from Lone Depot Park. Otto Lopez leading things off here for Miami. Takes a strike. Stays high, ball 1. Just 1 hit in the ball game for the Marlins came in the last inning where Stowers hit a base hit into center field to break up the no-hitter. The 1-2 outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Full count now with Christopher Morel waiting on deck. Three balls and 2 strikes. Lopez takes off the plate. Good at bat. And the tying runs aboard here for Miami. Just the 4th base runner of the game here for the Marlins. As Morel will come to the plate. His splits not great. He's batting $150 on the season. And he's going to look to come through here for Miami and turn that early season stat line around. First pitch, Morel hits it in the air, foul, 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2 quickly. 95 miles an hour from Andre Granillo. Lofter into left center. On the run is Hassel. He gets there. And there's one away here in the 8th inning. Lopez has to stay put at first base. 1 out here in the 8th, and we're going to get a pitching change here for the Nationals. Granillo does his job. He's responsible for the runner on first base. Here in a 1-0 Washington lead. New pitcher into the game. Cole Henry will get the call here for the Nationals. 22 games under his belt with a 3-1 record, 3.15 ERA. And his task will be to hold the Marlins to where they are here. Runner on first base, 1 out. And Washington leading 1-0. Graham Pauly to the plate, who is 0 for 2. Paulie attacks the first pitch, grounds it to third, and they are going to go around the horn for two. House started it, Garcia the relay, and the Nationals turn two just like that to send us to the ninth. Anthony Bender will come in, take over the pitching duties here for the Marlins to start the ninth inning. 19 appearances on the season so far, 2-2 record, 3.5 ERA. And his job will be to hold the Nationals where they are right here. Luis Garcia to lead things off in a 1-0 game. 4, 5, and 6 due up here for the Nationals. Garcia takes downstairs. Gibson and Gusto warming up just in case in the Marlin bullpen. One-0 pitch inside, 2-0. Garcia fouls it off. Hitters count at 2 balls and a strike. Neither team has really had any offense in this game. Nationals broke through a little bit ago, but not a whole lot. Hitters count to Garcia, the 2-1, grounded towards the middle. Lopez snares and fires a strike, 1 out.
Up next for the Nationals, the right fielder, number 3, Dylan Cruz.
So 1 away here in the ninth. Dylan Cruz to the plate. He's 0 for 3. Nobody on with 1 out. Cruz takes a strike. And it's 0-1 from Anthony Bender. 5 pitches out of the bullpen so far here in the ninth for Bender. The 0-1. Cruz takes inside, 1-1. Turned on this one, sent it to third from deep third base. Makes the play, 2 out. Sanoja shows off his arm strength. And there's 2 away here in the ninth inning for the 6-hole hitter, Keibert Ruiz. This has been the story of the season so far here for Miami. They have gotten no run support from good pitching performances. I mean, Miami has held Washington to just 1 run in this ball game. Their pitching staff is 2nd in the league in ERA at 3.12. 4th in home runs allowed, 10th in runs, 17th in hits. But that big spot right there, they're 1st in the National League, 2nd behind just the Seattle Mariners in the entire MLB. But their offense cannot get it done. Their offense is 19th in average, 24th in runs, 15th in hits, and 30th in home runs. And a strikeout there of Ruiz sends us to the bottom half of the ninth. Last chance for the Marlins, 9-1 and 2 due up in a 1-0 game.
Now pitching for Washington.
Clayton Beeter, the closer here for the Nationals, will get the call to try to close this baby out. 13 of 16 in save opportunities. ERA a little high at 4.98 in 21 appearances. And his first task will be Javier Sanoja. 9-1 and 2 due up here for Miami. They need a run here in the ninth. Beeter's first pitch. Sanoja takes right down the pipe. Right side, Garcia. 1 out here in the ninth.
The batter, number 9, second baseman, Xavier Edwards.
Here's Xavier Edwards. Marlins down to their final 2 outs as Edwards takes inside. Edwards grounds it foul to the right, 1-1. Nationals looking for their 18th win of the season, currently 11 games back in the East. This ball's cracked into center field. Back is Hassel showing his numbers for a moment, and a loud out number 2 brings the Marlins down to their final out. Edwards just missed it. And now one final hope for the Marlins. It's Kyle Stowers here with 2 out in the ninth. Stowers takes a high strike, 0-1. Off the fist and into left. Stowers with his second hit of the ball game keeps it alive here for Miami. Tying run aboard, and now the potential winning run comes to the plate here with 2 out. Inside out swing turns to goal. And the Marlins with a little bit of hope goes to Jacob Marcy now. Marcy takes a strike, 0-1. Tying run on over at first base. Marlins still down to their final out. 0-1, Marcy takes high, ball 1. Way up and in. Hitters count now at 2-1. Strike at the top of the strike zone, and the Marlins are down to their final strike here this afternoon. The deuces are wild. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Marcy on the ground to short. Play will be made by Abrams. And the Nationals hang on to win here in Miami. A dominating pitching performance by the Nationals as they win not just the series, but they sweep the Marlins here on the road. A 1-0 final here at Lone Depot Park. The Nationals had a no-hitter going into the 7th inning. Marlins finished with just 2 hits on the ball game. Nationals win 1-0. Cavalli gets the win. He was outstanding. Perez gets the loss. And Beater with his 14th save. Well, sometimes you get those type of games in baseball. Defense and pitching. Just 1 run in the ball game came from the RBI single by Chaparro in the middle innings. Other than that, not a whole lot of offense in this one. 2 teams in the middle of the NL East looking to find their stride here in 2026.